I am a resident of Hollywood for YouTube. Joel Sains. That is my buddy Patrick McCray. That is my buddy Alan Gallant. We are here to review the movie Time of Your Life, directed by H.C. Potter, written by Nathaniel Curtis, produced by William Cagney, starring James Cagney. This movie came out was released May 26, 1948 in New York City, but it was also released September 3rd, 1948 in the United States. Its budget was 2 million. Its box office was 1.5 million. Guys, when did you first see this movie, Patrick?
I first saw the film in like 1991. I in a theater program that was did a production of it, the stage play.
Uh-huh.
And it's such a sprawling play. The play's 3 hours long.
It is. It's the grandiose
huge,
slice of life.
Alan, yeah. I can't hear you.
You can't hear me. Yeah? Nothing?
For God's sake. Can you hear me?
I can. Yes.
This is all right. This is I find that somewhere else. So one thing led to another, and I put this body part in one of those self-threading movie projectors,
and
it was we were off to the races. But be that as it may, and I doubt that it was. I saw this in so I had a guest who was also on the phone and created all sorts of wackiness. The year was 1990. I'd gotten out of high school. I was in this theater program, and they did Time of Your Life. It's a great show. And once you see it, there's nothing like it. And so later, because it defied the advice of so many playwriting professors who were insistent that you have this very, very strict structure and that you can't meander around like Soroyan does.
Yes.
And so I used it to refute them. And so I got a hold of the movie. And although the movie's not the play, it was enough.
Yes.
So that's my story with Time of Your Life.
Oh, when did you see this movie?
I probably saw this movie. I'm thinking the first time I was doing undergraduate work in 1983. It was probably made mention of in one of my classes. So it was probably around that time. And I'm not sure if it would have been on videotape or whether I saw it on TV or what, but I remember it was in the 80s.
It was not converted for IMAX.
No.
I'll say that.
No, and neither was the print that I watched. The print that I watched was kind of washy, but nonetheless, pretty impressive considering this is really a Cagney family production. I mean, the whole thing. It's his brother's producer. He's acting in it. His sister is acting in it. They probably all threw money at it. Not just William, because apparently this was something that Jimmy wanted to have done for a while.
What year was the movie made?
48. So it was 9 years after the play. Yeah, it was 9 years later.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, that's significant because you've got these stories. It was written in 39.
Mm-hmm.
In the play itself, there's a lot of gathering newspapers and looking at things going on in other countries, speculation as to where it all might go.
Yes.
And that you would have thought it was written during the war, after the war. But no, and the specter of war kind of hangs over it. Honestly, the way that Vietnam is a specter in American graffiti.
Yes, because Soroyan, being a well-read person, already knew that the war in Europe was starting to go,
Yes.
It was already ready to go.
Yeah. So so I think that's a significant element to the movie. So that this is made in the shadow of the aftermath of World War II.
It is.
It's kind of amazing that they didn't let it echo even more.
Yeah, it's almost like they muted it because it was a moot point. Somebody thought it might have been a moot point. It's quite muted in the movie.
So you really could make it about, World War II coming in. I mean,
Sure.
when I've directed the play twice and I've seen it many times. Any production of it I can get to, I see. And when I see it, I always tear up when I think about the guys like, Krupp and McCarthy, the cop and the longshoreman, and Willie, the marble player, and Dudley,
Yeah.
the shore patrol guy. And I wonder how many of these guys are going to be dead.
Yeah.
How many of these guys are going to die?
Yeah.
Even Tom. Tom's a dead man.
Yeah.
Kitty's a widow.
Big, goofy galoot who's probably would be
Exactly.
snatched into a recruitment center right off the street.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think Saroyan would probably be happy with that reaction.
Yeah. With that
not
sort of cloud hanging over everything.
Yeah.
Because these people are essentially, these characters are all vividly drawn. I mean, it's really good writing anyway, play and movie. The characters, it is, I mean, Saroyan is writing slice of life here. That's exactly what he's doing in terms of the plot of this is Joe's sitting in a bar and it's like he kind of runs the show because he obviously is independently wealthy or at least modestly wealthy because he can sit around and Tom is, he has his little assistant, Tom, and he tells the bartender owner basically what he wants and gets it. All of these things are, but he's not a, and he's very much open to new experiences as they come to him, and he actually actively seeks out the company of these people. He's interested in them,
Yeah, his social class is really hard to determine.
Yeah, he's obviously got money because he can sit around, and they make mention of the fact that he can hang out there all day.
But he says he hurt people to get it. And
yeah.
given that this is in 1939,
gangster maybe.
That's how I've always presented it. Is that he was a reformed gangster who got hurt pretty badly and basically got medical leave.
Yeah, get out while he still could. Yeah,
and so he's trying to figure out how to be good, or even what good is. And the interesting thing about Joe is that Joe can be played as their age contemporary. Joe could also, and I've never seen this done, but to be played as very old.
Oh, he's ageless. I mean, the character is ageless.
This silver-haired gentleman.
Yeah.
In the midst of all of this, so you have a lot of leeway. This is one of those parts, the part of Joe, that I think is coveted by every American actor. As right there, James Tyrone and George, as just one of those pinnacles of you get to do
particularly of this era of theater. Yes.
And the man who came to dinner. It is just one of those gold standard parts. And Joel, if you look at Man Who Came to Dinner, it was just written around this time, within 5 or 6 years.
Yes.
There's so many parts. It was all WPA. It was all to give actors roles, and theaters got money from the government based on this. So Time of Your Life was just like it.
Yeah. Big ensemble pieces, so that they could bring in starving actors, as many as they could possibly get.
Did you spot Mrs. Howell playing Mrs. Howell?
Yes, I did.
In the movie, Natalie Sheffield.
She's like 42 years old. She's absolutely gorgeous. And I can understand why she was able to lie about her age for years and years and years, because she was gorgeous.
I think she was in the original production.
Maybe
I'm
so.
not certain. I think she was.
Maybe so.
Now, who played the dancing stand-up comedian in the original production?
Yeah, I can't remember.
I think it was Gene Kelly.
Yeah.
I think if you look it up, it was.
Yes, he would have been a contemporary at that time, because by 1944 he was a movie star. 1944, 45, doing On the Town.
The funny thing is, he would have made a marvelous Joe.
Yes,
maybe a better Joe than Cagney did.
I don't know. Cagney's
very good.
It down pretty well, but maybe his equal. Cagney at the time of this filming was, I think he gained an interest in it as soon as he saw the play. But at the time that it was filmed, which would have been 1948, he was 48 years old, almost 49 years old. So he was
So
older at this point. He didn't look it. He still had a youthful look about him. And he certainly was very energetic in his overall energy, even sitting. He's energetic,
yeah. So Jewel, Alan and I have been geeking out about this thing for the past 45 minutes. What did you make of it?
Well, I first watched this today. Actually, I watched this a couple hours ago. So
Good to
it was
have it
really,
fresh.
yeah, it was very entertaining. I mean, that's the thing.
Good.
So,
Job one.
Yep.
Yeah, right. And I kind of felt for the character of Joe a bit because, like, even though he's a bit of a gangster. Like, you sort of understand there's some pain underneath there. In my opinion.
Oh my God!
The whole scene where he meets, where it's gradually revealed that the woman he's talking to is his ex-girlfriend.
Yeah.
That they had met before. That is a devastating scene. It's amazing, and that shows some of his grief and pain. Even though he's very much, I want to be positive about this. I want to cover it up, and it's really great to see you again. But we're not going to see each other again. You're married, and you're going to walk out that door.
I'm sorry, Joel. No,
sorry. I think they do this a lot, in my opinion, a little better than what Casablanca does it, and a lot more. I'm not saying it's better film than Casablanca because there's a lot of characters in it too, but here they do it better because you have a guy who is wealthy. This isn't. He is hurt, and you can kind of tell it too. Where, though I do love Bogart's performance a little more because it's like, if she can take it, I can too.
Bogart would have made an amazing Joe.
Yeah, he would have.
Absolutely. Yeah. I think the thing about Joe that is similar to Rick, but Rick hasn't really gotten there yet, is that Joe is attempting to work through his grief and heal by helping other people, being interested in them, by befriending them. And even though he bosses the owner of the bar around, which is brilliantly played by William Bendix, the ultimate blue collar working man actor, he's really, he's there to help him out. He's there to befriend him. He's there to, all those things. And Bendix complains about all the champagne, blah, blah. He's the only one that drinks it, blah, 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 and all this sort of thing. But he's actually, he's helping his business by buying up all his stuff. And he's attracting clientele, a very eclectic clientele, by his willingness to say, hey, come on over here, talk to me.
Sure, and probably buy a drink or two for him.
Yeah, exactly. Which he does with the stand-in for Gabby Hayes. That guy is wonderful.
Kit Carson, what a character!
Yes.
And you never know. I mean, I haven't checked the chronology of it, but I doubt it could be the real Kit Carson.
It's not.
But it's some lunatic who either thinks he is or has been going on those stories for so long.
Yeah. Or maybe he played him in a Wild West show or something, so he adopted his persona. But no, Kit Carson.
That's one of the things I love about the show is that just when you think you have seen the cast of characters that they have, Soroyan throws in this complete wild card who tops Joe, and suddenly Joe becomes a normative character rather than this standout character.
Right. And he sits there and he's like enjoying it, and he's buying him beers, and he's like
dinner and a show.
Come over here, and then they start working out this language with each other before the end of the show. This gestural language that they start doing. So they're obviously connecting.
Well, Joe sort of is, although he doesn't flex the muscles until late into the first act.
Correct.
Joe is this guardian.
Mm-hmm. He really flexes his muscles in the conclusion. I mean, that's when he really just gets up there and just punches this corrupt son of a gun of a cop out, basically. And And then Kit Carson thinks he's dead and that he did it.
Yeah.
It's just to
Now,
sort of take the black cloud away.
it's been a long time since I've seen the end of the movie. I started and didn't see the end, but
Mhm.
I'm very familiar with the play. So how does Blick get taken care of in the movie? Remind
In the
me.
movie, he gets laid out by he gets in a big fight with several of the people, and he gets laid out by Joe.
So in the
It's not
play,
unconscious.
Blick goes running out of the bar. Joe takes the gun because Joe's been playing with his gun. And,
Yes.
Joe takes the gun and tries to shoot him,
Yeah.
and the gun jams.
Yeah, that happens in the movie as well.
Okay. And then Blick but he doesn't lay a finger on Blick. And then Blick is out there causing trouble. And Kit Carson takes the gun.
Yeah.
Outside, and you just hear gunshots.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's in the movie or not, but Kit Carson comes in and he says, shot a man once back in San Francisco in the year 1939.
He does it in the movie, but it's more of a hallucinatory thing because he doesn't actually shoot Blick. He doesn't hit him, and he gets laid out with pistol.
In the play, he's gone. He's done.
Yeah. So I think they did that to probably take the edge off for those era audiences, maybe not wanting to end the play with a murder and then go on with the fond farewells and everything, that kind of thing. But I mean, it makes sense from the perspective of the play because Blick is such a scumbag.
He's terrible,
and he's picking on this woman mercilessly, which is what sort of foments this whole conflict at the end of the play. And fortunately, others sort of take up for her and her.
So Joel, let me ask you, other than Joe and Nick, who owns the bar, who are your favorite characters? Who do you like? Who stood out to you?
Well, I like the antagonist. I mean, because
Blick,
yeah. I mean, because look, you're gonna have a baby face. You gotta have a really good heel.
He's good dramatic material.
Yeah.
Palance would have made a really good Blick.
Who's that?
Palance, Jack Palance.
Oh yes, oh absolutely. Especially when he was younger and his face had real angularity and he looked really spooky. He had that real. Later in life, it kind of filled out a little bit and wasn't quite. But you've seen him in his earlier movies where he plays killers and stuff, and you have no problem believing that he's a serial killer or whatever.
Franklin Pangborn would have been terrible in the part.
Yeah. The production of this, the Cagneys admired the play and acquired the rights on the condition that theirs not be in release longer than 7 years. They gave their director and cinematographer 2 weeks for blocking, but changed their minds once filming began, spending freely and breaking their budget. The film was shot mostly on one set. The film was shot using Seren's original ending, where Kit shot and killed Blick off stage, whom the production code administration had forced the producers to change from a police detective into an informer and blackmailer. The audience heard the shots and saw Kit walk in, relating the event as one of his stories. I shot a man once in San Francisco, shot him 2 times, fellow named Blick or Glick or something, couldn't stand the way he talked to the ladies. So there's your production. Yes. Good shit.
So I misremembered what happened was he got his butt handed to him, and then I guess he got up and left, and that's when it happened.
Yeah.
But you don't really know whether or not he actually shot him or not because he's kind of a loony bin anyway. But
it sounds like that. Sorry, it sounds like it just sounds like censorship got in the way of what they were wanting to do.
Sure, to make it less obvious. I mean, really the denouement of that scene, the real catharsis of that scene is when we see Joe pound him and knock him out. That's the real catharsis of that scene in the movie. So.
The original one of the endings that was shot that showed up at UCLA a few years ago. Kit Carson originally had a blanket because he was cold all the time and had a big blanket, and they knock Blick down and put him under the blanket, and then kind of in a riff on Murder on the Orient Express, each of the people in the bar takes a turn Dutch ovening him. Where they will break wind and hold it down.
Right.
Yeah, it's like they all stabbed him, and that was a lost ending. Which I think really there's footage, there's like stills, production stills, but that's it. That's all we get.
That's what was called the gassed indigestion ending.
That's right. That's right. Joel, you'll appreciate this. When the two women in Crimson Peak are fighting, right? When they're fighting, I made my roommate, this beautiful blonde named Cornbread at the time, laugh hysterically when I said Dutch ovener, and to the evil woman. I think you would have enjoyed that moment.
Oh, absolutely.
It's hard to telegraph that.
Suddenly a blanket comes from nowhere.
It's two women fighting.
That's right.
Come on, who doesn't enjoy that? So there's that.
It's Vince McMahon's whole reason for living, right? Two women fighting.
It's true.
What's you guys' favorite scene in this?
Oh,
there's so many good ones.
I
absolutely love the scene where he's there with what turns out to be his ex-girlfriend.
Yeah, the Joe and Mary scene, which if you take her to an acting class, somebody's going to end up doing the Joe and Mary scene.
It's great if you can pull it off. It's not as easy as it looks.
It's not. But once you have leveled up sufficiently, it's a hell of a playground.
Yeah.
To explore and roam around in.
Absolutely.
I love that scene, and I love Elsie's monologue. Elsie is Dudley's girlfriend, and she talks about being a nurse.
Yeah.
And again, that's such a weird presage to World War II. I can't believe Saroyan pulled this off. But Kit Carson's stuff is wonderful.
It is, and especially when it's played by somebody who has that sort of grasp of the flamboyance and
honestly, one of my favorite scenes is where Blick is interrogating Kitty, and she doesn't have anyone around to defend her.
Right.
And just the exquisite and intense pain in that. I don't enjoy seeing this character victimized, but just the tension,
right,
the relentless cruelty, seeing this Saroyan would depict that. To me, that's just as brutal as, the meat hook scene in Texas Chainsaw.
Right. It's fascism.
Oh, definitely. Definitely. It's just a nightmare.
Yeah.
And so I really enjoy that. And there's a lot I can say about this story and about everything going on in it. Everyone gets something great to do.
Yes.
And I don't want this to degenerate into when I did it, but some things I did. There was Joe had a bunch of his table actually had a cloth over it, and it would be removed by Nick, and he had all sorts of little projects running, like crystal ball and tarot cards and a little science kit.
Right.
And some electronics he was working on, and there's a skull and some Shakespeare and so on and so forth. It was just in a bookshelf. He had a bookshelf by his table because it's clear he had set up shop.
Yes.
And it was enough.
And not only that, but he was a would-be polymath. He was interested in a lot of different things.
But he had a framed picture, and he couldn't see who was in the picture. But when Mary left, he takes it and slams it down, and he doesn't put it back up.
Yeah.
That was definitely a moment. you can play the Arab so many different ways.
Yes.
And I usually would play him as an old rabbi, never referring to him as the Arab, just the sage.
Sure.
And this very Kabbalistic thing. And I had him constantly working on this clay little golem. And the clay golem, if you look carefully, resembles Kit Carson.
Okay.
Now, whether he conjured him or not,
right?
Because this is a genre of literature called magical realism.
Yeah.
That Sam Shepard did a lot of, but this invented it, as far as I'm concerned. And so that's a really important thing for me. There's so much room for if you have ever had a place like Cheers or something like that you've gone to almost every day, and it's not your home, but you've lived at, and it's been a part of you, and you see the same people every day, and so on and so forth. You develop little rituals. You develop things like that. And Time of Your Life definitely has that quality, especially with Joe and Tom.
Yes. Joe's the ultimate regular. He's,
well, given the fiber in his diet, that's true.
Yeah. Yes.
The other thing that in the show that is interesting to try is that if you notice at the beginning of the show, it's very carefully structured where each of these characters comes in and gets their bit and so on. But when you really think about it, a lot of these things could be happening concurrently up to a moment when Nick in the play stops everything and he turns to the audience and he talks about his bar.
Right.
And so one of the ways I experimented with doing it, I didn't have the guts to do it last time, I will next time, is that the beginning of the play has as many things stacked on top of each other happening at the same time as possible. And you're struggling to kind of, like in an Altman movie, a Robert Altman movie, kind of pick out what am I going to pay attention to and all of that. And it's this kind of this whirlwind of activity where Willie's got his thing going on, and and it actually works stacked up like that. And then when Nick stops everything, then the play slows down.
Right.
So there's also a poem in the play that just appears at the beginning, and it's in the time of your life live, and there's a line for almost every major character that defines them. And so an interesting thing to do is to break that up and to have all the characters kind of come in and milling around together, and then you stop it and they each have a line that defines them, and to do it that way, it's so rich. There's almost nothing like it, except ironically a play you've talked about, Alan, Hot L Baltimore.
Right.
Has a very time of your life quality.
It does.
And I think it's definitely a precursor to Cheers.
Oh yeah, I'm sure that there's some inspiration there. I mean,
and it's just a beautiful mystery. Why it haunts readers and directors and actors and people who see it so much, I'll never know. But I did get to go to the bar where it's based. It's based on a place called Izzy's in San Francisco. And I've eaten there, and it's kind of a fancy restaurant now, but it was the basis for it, and it was a favorite haunt of Anton LaVey's. It was down the street from California Street where he lived. Cool. And so Anton would eat there, and it was one of his haunts, and that was kind of interesting. But it is a movie you can revisit. It's a play you can revisit, and you get a little something different out of it every time. And I mean, Jewel, you would make a tremendous, either Joe or Nick. I think you would be really interesting in either part. I really mean that.
I'm no actor.
You don't have to be. You just say the words and let William Saroyan do the work. Speaking of which, weirdest, most recent William Saroyan credit, the theme song to The Girls Next Door the Hugh Hefner reality series.
Oh no.
He wrote a song with his brother. Look it up. Called "Come On, Come On" in my house. I want to give you candy. Which I guess for Soroyan meant probably not what it meant in that series.
Right.
But they gave it this jazzy pop cover for it, and that's the theme song to Girls Next Door. If you look at it, he's even credited in it, which is, he's the only Pulitzer Prize winner credited as having any creative involvement with the Girls Next Door.
Jesus.
Look it up. It's true.
Yeah. No, I believe it. I believe it. It's called "Come On to My House," and it was made a hit by
Peggy Lee, I think.
It was made a huge hit by Rosemary Clooney.
Okay.
"Come On to My House."
Yeah.
That's it. It was co-written by Ross Bagdasarian and William Soroyan.
Wow.
I think Ross might have been his brother or something, his brother-in-law.
Maybe.
Syrian. They were Syrian.
He was known by a stage name David Seville. He was a singer-songwriter, record producer, and actor. He created the cartoon band Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Dave Seville. This gets weirder and weirder by every turn.
He rose to prominence in 1958 with the songs "Witch Doctor" and the Chipmunks song "Christmas Don't Be Late," which both became #1 hits.
Unbelievable.
He produced and directed the Alvin Show, which actually was on from 61 to 62. I want to see. Soroyan is his cousin.
Okay.
Cousin. Yep. "Come On to My House." I first heard that song when I was about 3 years old.
Yeah.
My parents.
Yeah. Wild.
Pretty cool stuff. Yeah.
Joel, what do you want to do next? Is he there?
Dog out real quick.
What?
He took the dog out real quick.
He took the dog out.
Yeah.
Is that a euphemism?
Let's do a half an hour on
he
who let the
literally took
dogs
the dog
out.
outside.
Who let the dogs out?
She'll only go out. She'll only go outside and go to the bathroom for him.
Well, yeah.
You make Joel go outside to go to the bathroom? What are his bowel conditions?
He's a member of the dog community.
No, stop that. He's not.
He's my bitch,
I say, there you go.
No, he took the dog out because she'll only go out with him.
Oh, no worries.
I can't.
No worries. Got to do what you got to do.
Next.
Domestic duties are important.
And they said he let the dog out. Joel did.
What?
Yes, I like.
There he is.
Oh, Joel's back.
I'm back.
And he's better than ever.
That's right.
Joel, what should we do next? Guide us.
Let's talk the 1980s remake of King Kong.
Now,
The 80s
do you mean
remake.
In the 80s they made the sequel to the remake? They made King Kong Lives.
Yeah, okay.
Let's do
Which
the
I'm
one
happy to talk about. You want to talk about the Jeff Bridges?
Yeah, the Jeff Bridges movie.
Okay, that's
Charles
76.
Grodin.
That's actually 70s. But yeah,
76,
okay.
yes.
The one where what's her name plays Dwan.
Dwan, get your hands off me, you male chauvinist pig ape.
Yes. It was an inauspicious beginning to a very auspicious career.
Great score.
Yes.
Great score.
Dino De Laurentiis.
Oh yeah.
When Jaws die, nobody cry. When Kong die, everybody cry.
Yeah.
I always thought the poster that they put out, with Kong on top with a jet in one hand, and he got this look on his face like this. It's like, oh, it's Ethel Merman as Kong.
Look up right now. Look up the skirt up. No, look up Elvis Shrugged 2. Elvis Shrugged issue 2. It was the middle chapter of my trilogy, my comic book trilogy I wrote professionally when I was only 20.
Uh-huh.
And look up the cover to the second issue.
Is that what you're talking about?
No, that's the third issue.
That's the third issue. Okay. Hold on.
Second issue.
Let me see. Oh, there it is. Yes.
Open up.
There it is.
I insisted Let's see.
That's it.
yeah. You can see it's Elvis atop the tube.
He's Elvis, the Kong of rock and roll.
Right.
It's awesome.
It's
That's
awesome.
awesome. Yeah, it's a definite takeoff on the 76 poster. That's great.
Yeah.
Fabulous.
Yeah, I got the Blu-ray version, and when I pre-ordered the Blu-ray of this movie, I got a very special poster with it where it's King Kong, he's wrestling the snake. It's really cool looking. I'll
Cool.
show it to you
I
Yeah.
had the glass of that for the longest time.
Yeah,
It is from Pizza Hut.
Yeah. I mean, that movie got full merchandising
It was
Yeah.
giant.
time, I remember.
All right. When are we talking Kong?
let's do it tomorrow.
I
Tomorrow
can't get
night?
enough of it. I love
Okay.
it. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll link
Usual
to
time.
Patrick. Yeah, usual time. 10:30. Link to Patrick McCray's Dark Shadows Daybook and Val. It's going to be in the description box. Link to Gallant's YouTube channel. Collins Support After Dark is going to be in the description box. You guys have a safe night. Take care.
Joel, thank you.
You're welcome.